Top of it. This video is just a reminder and a warning for those of you that find yourself scrolling a bit too much on social media. You get lost in the algorithms that you're being fed. And you might even have your happiness decline as a result of logging onto Instagram like many people do. I've been victim of this also. But I just want to say, man, you got to remember that you want to use these social media apps and you don't want them to use you. You see, if you find yourself scrolling mindlessly with no aim and you just find yourself wasting 30 minutes to an hour or more on social media, it happens to the best of us. Just realize that they used you. They got you. Yeah, man, they want you scrolling as long as possible. They're really good at it too. It's actually the reason that they're worth trillions of dollars today. You know, Meta, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, you know, what else? YouTube even. YouTube is a social media. Not as much as the others, but all these platforms, man, are really designed for you to stay on them as long as possible, to watch as long as possible, so that they can crank out some ads in your face. And that's how they're worth trillions of dollars, because a bunch of businesses come flocking and they say, man, you got a bunch of eyeballs on you. You got a lot of attention. And so you'll see those ads pop up. You know, you'll see the sponsored in the corner of whatever advertisement you see. And, you know, it works. It works great. It works really well. As you can see, these businesses continuously pay these platforms. And so you got to understand how are they able to do that? How are they able to keep your attention so well? Well, you got to understand, man, you got to really follow the money. The money will lead you to a lot of answers, because, you know, money talks and it makes things happen. You know, money can have a giant, just a giant monument built right here in the middle of the street for no reason. If enough money gets spent, somebody will do it for the right dollar, right? And so you got to understand, man, these companies are really wealthy. And so they are willing to pay a lot of money to do research, pay money to psychologists and people that understand the human mind. You understand? And the human mind and its weaknesses and how it can be utilized. And with that information, man, you got to understand that they don't really care about you. They don't care about the fact that you're not happy when you're viewing these platforms, when you're stuck scrolling. They don't care that you're constantly comparing your life to other people's lives. They don't care about that. All they care about is the fact that you keep scrolling every day. Get on Instagram as soon as possible every day, and make sure you scroll for as long as possible. That's what they care about, man. And so with that said, you have to, that's important to know, so that moving forward, you can get onto these apps with that shield, with that knowledge of knowing that, hey, I don't want to get too carried away, because this algorithm is really good at feeding me exactly what I want to see. You know, you ever just find yourself going on Facebook, for example? Facebook I use for business a lot of times. I got 2 accounts, one my personal, one for business. And sometimes I'll go on Facebook for a specific task. I gotta like answer I gotta really look up certain things, a DM or something, or whatever it is. I get a notification and I want to go and check this certain notification. But the way it's designed, Facebook, it opens up straight to the home page, right? And I'll see something. It'll show you something. It's that first thing it shows you is going to be a shocker. It's going to be something that's very interesting. The most interesting thing this algorithm is prepared for you. It could be happened like 3 hours ago. It could have happened a day ago. It could have happened 2 minutes ago. But it's going to show you the most relevant thing for you right now. Bam, in your face. And oftentimes, and you won't even realize it, it's so subtle. They're really good at it. Where I'll just be like, whoa, my attention is on this content. I'm like, okay, interesting. That I'll register that content for, I don't know, let's say 30 seconds to a minute. I'm looking at it. Wow, register. Huh, interesting. Mind blown. Some crazy information. Next thing you know, I scroll down a little bit, and that's how it gets you. You're now in the slot machine. You start scrolling. It shows you the next big bang thing, big information. Whoa, what? My friend, what happened to my friend? Or just some random information. It'll just show stuff from random people that you don't even follow, right? These algorithms are fucking really good. And you'll just be like, whoa, what happened? Who died? What law just got passed? What funny thing? Right? Now you're on content piece number 2. And next thing you know, now you're scrolling. Right? And that's how they get you. You're scrolling. And it's happened to me so many times, and still happens to me sometimes today. But then I'll be like, I'll wake up, I'll shake like what, and I'll see a piece of content that's like totally stupid. I'm like, well, this is stupid. And then I snap out of the hypnosis. And then I get back to wait, why did I get on here for? Oh yeah, let me check my notifications. And then I check my notifications, and it's most of the time it's nothing. It's just I get a notification. Oh man, they're really good at sending you notifications that are meaningless just to get you on. It's addictive. It's drugs. And they're looking to get your attention, that attention they needed. Oh man. And it's really scary when you think about it, man, that they can really hook you like that. But as long as you are mindful and aware of what these companies do and how they do it, it makes it more manageable, man. And I gotta say, man, with Instagram and the other ones, TikTok, I recommend you should really get back more familiar with yourself, know yourself, and know why you get on these platforms. Whether it's, like I said, me, it was for business on Facebook. I don't really get on Facebook for anything other than business. Or if I'm posting something, you want to really switch to being a producer more than a consumer, right? You don't want to be sitting here consuming a bunch of content that other people make. And a lot of these people are making money. Some people are making money off of content. And a lot of people are not. A lot of people just post stuff and just, in hopes to make money. But you should switch to that producer versus consumer mindset. Because consuming this content does nothing for you. You're just consuming a bunch of information that's overload, and you can't do anything with it most times. None of it is useful. It's a bunch of low-hanging fruit humor and just nonsense. And you don't want to waste your life like that. It's precious time you can't get back. That time adds up, man. Them 30-minute chunks, hour chunks, man, those turn into days. Those truly turn into days, man. And so for me, man, I don't really mess with Instagram. You can look at my Instagram, man. I only use Instagram now for my YouTube, for you guys to DM me if you guys want to contact me, because email, not a lot of people do email, but DMs are kind of easier for people, I assume. So I use those, TikTok and Instagram, for DMs if you want to hit me up, at Dylan Alexander, by the way. But if you check my Instagram, I haven't posted since like August, and today it's October, middle of October. And I haven't posted since August, man, for a comedy show, and I don't even do comedy anymore. And since I'm not really promoting shows, I'm not doing comedy content anymore, I don't really feel a need to get on there anymore. And I don't get on there to consume either. Because as you all may feel the case, you'll find yourself comparing other people's lives. It's fake. Other people are showing their lives, how good it is, the highlight reel of their life, none of the negatives, and you can really start to feel bad about yourself. You can feel really left behind. And that's horrible. It's a horrible feeling, and it's so subtle, but it's really blatant at the same time. And I stray away from that. I don't follow anyone on Instagram either. That's a decision I made a few years ago. I just unfollowed everybody. I just stopped. I was tired of it. I don't want to see it. Even though the algorithm still shows me things going on, a lot of silly content, some interesting stuff, whatever. Algorithm switched to still showing you content regardless of who you follow. And I just don't want any parts of that. I pick and choose what I want to see. And me, personally, I prefer YouTube. YouTube, I understand, it's always been my favorite platform as far as just getting good information. And me, I try to give good information as well on my channel. So if you want, subscribe, man. I got more good stuff on the way. Me covering a wide range of topics that I can give my 2 cents of game on. But I just always want to get good information that will normally not be found in a regular Instagram or Facebook post. You know, sometimes even in a book. But oftentimes it's people with good experience that I can get wisdom from on YouTube. And so that's the platform that I prefer. I don't find myself mindlessly watching random videos on YouTube. I watch specifically what I'm looking for. The algorithm most times shows me things that I'm interested in. It's pretty good. So, hey, shout out to Google in that way, even though they do censor a lot of people and they've demonetized a lot of people that I mess with for speaking the truth and speaking their mind. But hey, that's the new era we're in. We're in the big brother era. And, you know, we got to just take that and enjoy it for what it is today. But that's a whole nother subject. But anyways, man, like I said, man, the whole point of this message today is to just use these platforms and don't let them use you, because they will rob you of your happiness and of your time if you allow them to, because that's what they are designed for. They're designed to keep you scrolling, watching mindless nonsense, and to keep you living in this cocoon and separating yourself from the world. But don't forget that, hey, man, you go outside and, hey, that's real life. Social media is just an algorithm. You're just scrolling on an algorithm in the matrix. You understand? So don't get lost in that. Stay in tune with yourself. Be intentional about what you watch and consume, whether it's food or information, media. Be intentional with that, man, and you'll be just fine. All right. But that's it, man. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Leave a quick like. It's free. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this subject. Share the video. Let other people know what it is. And subscribe, man. As I mentioned, man, I got more good stuff on the way like this. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.